Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever thought about being the supreme leader of your own kingdom? How about being the president of your own country? Leading your very own civilization into peace and prosperity while bringing others into absolute ruin? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are in luck, as I just happen to be reviewing Age of History 2. Oh yes! Age of History 2 is a turn-based grand strategy wargame that's all about committing as many war crimes as possible across multiple different ages in history. Peace is absolutely an option, and war is the name of the game. A game released back in 2018, developed by one drunk Polish man, and the game's sustained popularity running on hopes and prayers throughout its entire existence. Age of History 2 puts a different take on the term grand strategy. The grand strategy in question being deceit, manipulation, and betrayal. I have been playing this game for a couple of years now, and I can say that it's nothing short of amazing. For a mobile game, this is a great example of what an epic strategy game should be. One can even say that it's quite on par with a number of PC games in a similar genre. If you love strategy games, then I'm certain this game will quote-unquote tickle your balls, like it successfully did mine. Alright, the basics. Age of History 2 is a game where you play whatever civilization you like, and it's your job to do whatever you want with that civilization. Choose from a variety of scenarios to play in, scenarios being the different ages in history. Play a scenario as early as 361 BC in the warring states of ancient China. Year 5 AD, where the Roman Empire was at its peak. Or maybe do you fancy something a bit more medieval, such as the 13th century or the 15th century? Or maybe something more modern, like the World War II scenario, or literally the modern world. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, many scenarios to choose from and plenty of civilizations to play as. Plenty of civilizations include but are not limited to monarchies, city-states, democracies, communists, fascist governments, republics, hordes, and even tribal societies. I'm not joking when I say that you can play all of them. Gameplay. You don't need to spend much thought into it. You earn money, you hire troops, and then you march them off into enemy territory, capturing provinces and inflicting as much suffering as you can to the local population. War is an option. The only option for progression. Because the more territories you acquire, the faster your civilization develops. And with that, the bigger the war you'll be able to support in the future. Each and every civilization has three main resources. Number 1 is the gold, the currency in which the entire world revolves upon. From hiring troops, building improvements, trading, all the way to managing the financial budget for your civilization. Gold is the most important resource in the game. So important that you'll be willing to put your citizens through egregious amounts of taxes for no particular reason. More taxes for the quote-unquote ongoing war effort? No, it's more money into my pockets. Number 2, the civilian population, otherwise known as expendable meat shields for your armies and collateral damage for your enemies. The population is responsible for giving you those sweet taxes and is the backbone of your entire military. The larger the population equals the bigger tax demands and the bigger the army you'll be able to raise. And also, the larger the unemployment rate for your civilization. Number 3, the industry. It dictates your civilization's economic capacity and is the main source of your production income. Money doesn't just come from taxes. Turns out, it also comes from people who are actually employed. Wow, who would have knew? Certainly not the government. The more industry you have, the lesser the unemployment rate, and the more money you'll be able to gain. While war is inevitable, diplomacy is an absolute suggestion. Diplomacy being summed up into improving relations with others, and then betraying them when the opportunity arises. Engage in fair trading with other civilizations, forming alliances, coalitions, pacts, treaties, and even unions. All of these are in your arsenal for effective diplomatic manipulation. Oh look! 2 kingdoms that dislike each other? This is great! Convince one of them to go to war with the other by offering financial support. After a while, this is now a great opportunity for us to make allies, to declare war on both of them and sweep in as a third party to conquer their weakened kingdoms. Absolutely amazing! Each and every scenario is somewhat historically accurate. However, the moment you start playing, all that historical accuracy becomes historical suggestions, resulting to massive amounts of border gore everywhere you look the longer the game goes on. As the player, you have an obligation to contribute to the historical inaccuracy by doing whatever you want. Play as the Byzantine Empire. By the 15th century, there is almost no Byzantine lands left, but obviously we can change that. Fight back against the Turks and regain lost Byzantine lands. Why stop there? Completely annihilate the Turkish invaders off the face of the world. Why stop there? Embark on a crusade and start invading foreign lands from Syria all the way to modern-day Egypt. Why stop there? Assimilate your newfound lands and rightfully crown yourself as the Basileus of the Eastern Roman Empire. You probably know what's gonna happen next. So why stop there? Begin your European invasion, conquering lands from Serbia all the way to the complete assimilation of the Italian, French, and the Spanish lands into your empire. Of course, don't forget about North Africa, and don't forget about England. It's very important to integrate English cuisine to your empire to make sure your citizens occasionally suffer from eating English food. And finally, restore the Roman Empire to its former glory. Amazing, ladies and gentlemen. The entire world is your sandbox, and you are the child that's gonna be ruining it. Now let's dive into the game's very obscure modding scene. While officially community modding does not exist anywhere within the game, some creators actually took it upon themselves to create their own mods through modded APKs. The only downside is that you have to actively search for these mods, enter an obscure website, and download a modded APK of the game. All this work just to experience community-made mods for Age of History 2. I have no idea why the official game have no mod support whatsoever. Some people say that the developer hates it when people mod his game, but I can't be sure though, so don't quote me on that. Bit of a disclaimer, I am not encouraging you to download any of the community-made modded APKs since they could honestly contain anything. The community for this game is very sparse, and personally, there is no way of verifying whether any of these modded APKs are safe to install. So download at your own risk. Having said all that, I did install one mod to showcase for this video. So at least there's that one verified. While the modding scene is, you can create your own scenarios using the in-game editor. Here you can create or edit existing scenarios, create your own civilizations, create or edit leaders, create a city from your imagination, edit the world map itself, and here in the game editor, there's more options. Create your own custom union, edit terrain types, add a new terrain called Peacelands, and many more options to create your very own ideal scenario the way you wanna play it. Absolutely beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Age of History 2 just honestly lets you do whatever you want, which is grounds for an epic role-playing experience. It looks complex at first, but once you understand the basics, you can really have fun with it. Judging by the amount of different save files I have, you can easily tell that I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the game, and I'm sure you will too. While the game is a paid game, there is a free version that exists, Age of History 2 Lite, and this one is actually more popular. The only difference between the paid and the light version is that the paid version has more scenarios to play in. That's it. They both still offer you the same experience in gameplay, and that is great. A lot of people are also saying that the game has lots of bugs. Well, yes and no. Yes, because you can intentionally cause bugs to occur. Those ones will be in a future video, stay tuned. And no, because personally, in my time playing the game the way it is supposed to be played, I have not encountered any sort of game-breaking bug or glitches at all. If I did, then I would not have played the game this many times since I got it. Age of History 2 is definitely a diamond in the rough. Well, a rough diamond in the rough. Still a diamond nonetheless. Now, you probably noticed this in the beginning of the video. So what does this Age of History 3 here in the corner mean? Well, just like it says, it is Age of History 3, the newest and the third installment of the Age of History games. However, I am reviewing Age of History 2 because I am poor as fuck. So you get this video instead. And that's it for this video. I really hope that you all enjoyed it. More videos soon to come, and as always, thank you for watching and see you guys in the next one.